Seventeen takes fan service to an extreme level during fan meet.
Fan service. K-pop idol fan service. Something that I wasn't completely familiar with.
This is definitely fan service taken to a new level, though it is not a new level in K-pop land.
When I first saw this article, I did not know what they were referring to initially. Fan service, because I did not grow up with it in the 1980s into the 90s when I was going to live concerts or just being interested in music.
Yeah, the fan service then was probably them just talking to the audience.
During the concert, or if you were lucky enough to have enough money to buy a backstage pass, that was the only close-up fan service you were going to get. So I Google searched K-pop idol fan service, and there's a lot of different ways that K-pop idols can offer fan service to fans. But some of the big ones are hugs, temporary tattoos of fans' names or fan page names, selfies with fans' phones, and showing skinship.
Which is what this is considered, showing skinship. I've also seen things that they call this creating unity, which I think is just a little awkward and odd, but...
What's that?
Creating unity in the group because they're like so close that they're almost kissing, therefore they're more bonded together.
And out of all the different types of fan service that they can offer, showing skinship is really the most risque.
Yes, what they were doing in this context is they were playing the Pepero game.
Care to explain what the Pepero game is?
The Pepero game is also known as a kissing game. There are several different varieties of this kissing game within Korean fan service, if you're gonna call it that. But the general concept is they take a Pepero stick, which is a wafer stick covered in chocolate or some other candy coating, and two people start at opposite ends and they kind of do the Lady and the Tramp thing where they just keep chewing until they get it very, very close, and some cases they end up actually kissing. Other versions of this include a card game where they swap cards between their mouths, or...
That was how I got my fake first driver's license when I was 19 years old. We were playing that boy girl around at some frat party when I was a freshman in college. One license fell and I picked it up and was like, whoa, that kind of looks like me. Straight into my pocket.
You were such a bad boy.
Yeah, and I was able to buy beer for 2 years until I was 21.
That's a story I never heard before.
The whole fan service showing skinship thing got me to thinking about the difference between Americans and the rest of the world. When I was 20 years old, I lived in Spain for 3 months, and these guys all were not afraid to get naked around each other. When you're a teenager in America these days, nobody wants to get naked in front of anybody else ever. You just don't want to. At least in my dad's generation, my dad's 70-something now, those guys disrobed in front of each other, no problem. Well, in Korea, they all disrobe in front of each other still in 2016, no problem. No man, for instance, I'm using men here as an example, would make fun of somebody else's size of their because that's not what they do there. They have honor. There's something built into their culture that gives them more respect when they deal with each other than we have here. We've lost that here in a way. And that's what this is, and it's cute, and I saw a video about skinship, K-pop idol fan skinship, right before we filmed this, and they're doing the Pepero game a lot, and they end up like pecking each other. Like the men are pecking each other, the women are doing it. There's a lot of like holding and embracing. We don't really have that as much. And they go through the dorm thing and they are training for years before they end up becoming an idol. And so they get to know each other really, really closely. And all you guys know a lot of this stuff, but the huge difference between America, and I'm not saying the West, it's America specifically, and the rest of the world is the rest of the world's a little bit more comfortable with their body for whatever reason. I don't know what happened here, but this is what happened. And there, they are not afraid to show that they really care about each other. I mean, this is the Metro Central thing that we've talked about a lot.
Yeah, they hold hands and stuff like that. I do have to say that sometimes this is a little like they're making fun of them or they know that it's purposely awkward, because you'll see specifically with guy Pepero games, you'll see their buddies come up behind them and push their faces together, so they're forced to kiss each other.
The thing is about this particular set of photos with 17, all the photos look like they're making out. I mean, this is why I thought this was more interesting to talk about than just regular Pepero game photos that happen quickly and the guys get close and they pull away. I mean, all the photos look like they're making out. And how many members are there of 17? 17 of them, or some large numbers, a lot of members of 17.
There are a lot of members of 17.
It wouldn't matter at all if any of them are gay. It's kind of cool, actually, and I think if one of them was, they're still really close-knit and the other guys don't care. Like, they're the young generation of Korea that's really getting over this homophobia of gayness in Korea that's really outlawed in their culture. So I really like this a lot, personally. I think a lot of you probably would share that same sort of sentiment. But it looks like they're kissing. It looks like they're making out in the still photos. So I don't exactly know what that means. Comments below, you guys. What do you think about this?
Similar groups who have also done similar types of fan service include EXO, Super Junior, M Black, CN Blue, 2 p.m. and 2 a.m.
Basically all of them.
Top Dog. It's like, if you're a K-pop group, have you not done this type of fan service?
The internet is filled with photos of K-pop idols kissing each other, the same sex. Click the like button, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. And don't forget to subscribe for more Hollyback news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.